So in this class, we're going to be looking at how to create your 3D effects, right? How to create a 3D effect on CorelDRAW, right? So we're going to head over to our CorelDRAW. So I already have my CorelDRAW opened. So I'll head over to my CorelDRAW. So what I need to do is to what? I need to type So I need to type some things out, right? So I'll type it out, look for a font that I'll go into the area, then I'll increase it. Alright, let me just break it down because the write-up is too long. I'll just break it down to effects. Then I'll come here. So I'll come over here and come to arrange. Then I'll break active text part. So I'm just going to make use of this particular effect. So I'm going to so it can be bold and visible. Effects. Alright, so I'm going to give it a color, color that I like. Alright, so we're going to make this effect 3D format. So I'll come over to our interactive blend tool. Alright, I'll go to 3D interactive extrude tool. Alright, you can see it here. So I'll come here and drag. Okay, so one thing is here now we already have our 3D effect here, but it's not visible because we do not have a line color. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, go to outside pen dialog. I want to give it a line color so that we can see what we are editing. I'll come here and click on 2. The color is going to be white. So the line caps and the corners, I want them to be curved, behind fill and scale with fill. So this is the best settings for line color. You can just do that on your CorelDRAW and see the effects. Alright, this is the best. Behind fill, scale with image. Then over here the line cap, take this last one, and over on the corners, that is the corners effect, use this particular effect, or you can also use this one, but I prefer this particular effect. Alright, so I click on OK. We'll still go ahead and increase our move from 2 to 4, because you can see the effect is very minimal. Alright, so that we can see the 3D effect we are working on. I'll click on OK. So this is still manageable. It's manageable. So we can still go back to our 3D effect to do more of settings. I'll come back and click on the 3D. So I'll just come here and drag. So I can come here and drag it anywhere I want it to go. So depending, so you can move it anyway. So as you can see, I'm moving this is the console, this way I'm moving it to. If I drag it upward, the 3D effect is going to stretch upward. So that means the length is going to be going upward. Then if I drag it to my left, you will see the difference. The length is going to be going this way. If I drag it to my right, you can see the length will also go this way. So it all depends on your design, how you want your 3D write-up to look. Alright, where you want it to be facing. You want it to face up. Now this also depends on what you are designing. Yeah? So if you are needing a 3D, it's not every time you will need it. If you want the 3D to be very minimal, you can reduce it. You can, so that you can see the end. As you can see, we can see the end part of it. So these 3 effects now, you can also come here and decide to change the color. It's still very possible. Change the color, and you can change the line color. And come here, right click, black. Alright, okay. Now this is how you do your 3D effect. Now what I want to do now, I want to take this 3D to photo paint and add more effect to it. So let's see what we are going to get. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. go straight to photo paint. I'll Ctrl V, so manage original size. So I click on OK. You can see the file is very big, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce it. So these are files. So we're going to add some kind of effects, some plastic effects, and let's see what will happen. Come to texture, come to plastic. Right, I'm going to hit OK. Now there is a problem here because we don't have a 3D effect. So let me paste that. This is what we got, and this is not our normal 3D. Let me go ahead and increase our 3D effects. So let me recopy that and take it to, let me double click so that I can reduce it here. Let me copy it and take it to Corel Photo Paint. Let's see if we can design it, if we can edit it from there. I'll hit on copy, go straight to our photo paints. I'm going to delete this one, then I'll Ctrl V, paste it, maintain original size. Alright, so these are our 3D effects. Now one thing I notice here is that if we try to customize it here, it's going to change this our 3D effect. That's what happened the last one we did. We changed the 3D effect to the back to the normal font, right? Normal font that has no effect. So let's try it again. Let's see what happens. I'll come to the texture, come to plastic. Okay, it worked this time around. So we're going to look at the height. We're able to do some of the settings. As you can see, you don't really need to add this kind of effect. So the 3D is already okay like that. Go back, copy that and go back to our CorelDRAW. We're going to paste it here. So it's very obvious that this 3D effect that we have here is already okay like this. So you can actually use this on your design. You don't need to go to your Corel Photo Paint to add more effects to it, because the effect doesn't, adding more effect to it will make it, that will be too much edit. So you can use this is how you create your 3D effect on your CorelDRAW. You don't really need to add any other thing to it, because as we just did, this is what we edited. You can see what we added to it. Now if you are going to, if I ask me to choose between this and this, I think I will go with this one. Alright, though there are some other effects I can also make use of. I can come here and copy this. I'll delete that. Ctrl V, maintain aspect ratio. Alright, our 3D is gone. So this is the issue we are facing at the first time. Our 3D is gone because it's not the original. This is the original, so we copy that from here. Alright, so our 3D effect didn't show. Let's copy this original. Let's see what happens. I believe because we have copied that before, so our Corel Photo Paint is not recognizing our 3D. So we're going to come here and paste it. Okay, it show up this time around. So to come to effects, 3D, come to texture, I just add brick wall. Okay, I just added brick wall to it. As you can see, the effect is, so you are not supposed to, it's very obvious that, I'll just copy that and go back to CorelDRAW. It's very obvious that you cannot re-edit this, because this is not readable. So I don't know, depending on your design, as you can see, you can read what we have here, this effect. But over here, I guess if you can read that, you can't read it, right, because of the edits. So I think you can just go ahead with this, increase the line color to 2. I think we have to increase that. Alright, so increase the line color, it will make it more attractive. And so I believe you can just use this instead of going to your photo paints to create more problem. You can change the line color. Alright, so you can use it on your design the way you want it. And as it is now, you can also go back and edit. Alright, it can be edited. Alright, so you can edit it the way you want. So this is how you create your 3D effect on your CorelDRAW. Right, just in case you are finding it difficult to create a 3D effect, so this is your tools that you use. It's called interactive extrude tool. That is what you use on your CorelDRAW to create your 3D effect. If you find this video helpful, hit on the subscription button and turn on your notification bell. So I will see you in my next class.